Many of you may know that October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We've been talking about domestic violence a lot this entire year between Ray Rice and some other things that have been going on in the news. So the issue is making headlines more than ever. Got Ray Rice and his then fiancée. It sparked a nationwide discussion about it. Connecticut has seen more than its fair share of domestic violence this year, too, including the death of Lori Golightly, also known as by her maiden name, Lori Jackson. One study shows the state average is 14 homicides a year by intimate partners, and last month, well, we'd already hit 11 for this year. Today is Purple Tie Tuesday. I sort of can fake it with this tie, even though I didn't know when I got dressed this morning. It's a way to encourage men to show their commitment to promoting healthy relationships. U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal certainly knew it was Purple Tie Tuesday. He joins us in the studio this morning to talk about the importance of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Why is this an important issue to you? You speak out about it all the time.
This issue has been a passion of mine because as Attorney General for 20 years, I enforced laws to try to stop domestic abuse, particularly affecting children, and formed an organization called Men Make a Difference, Men Against Domestic Violence, 5 years ago with Interval House, the largest shelter in the state, because it really affects all of us. 1 in 4 women are victims of domestic violence, and it is staggeringly underreported because of the shame and stigma and fear involved. So we need to raise awareness and enable women who have the courage and strength to break with an abusive home, to come forward, seek services, and we need to help them more.
We certainly had a very high-profile instance of domestic violence earlier this year with Ray Rice of the Baltimore Ravens. Now, a lot of people know that he only got a 2-game suspension at first from the NFL for knocking out his then-fiancée in an elevator. A lot of people might not know the special exemption the NFL gets from the federal government. Talk about that.
I've called for ending that special exemption from the antitrust laws. That exemption enables the NFL to bargain for broadcast rights and TV contracts, which are, in a sense, the keys to the kingdom. That's the way that the NFL makes $10 billion a year or more from the broadcasts of these games. Now, ending the NFL antitrust exemption would be conditional on their doing more to fight domestic violence and taking measures to support organizations like Interval House here in the state of Connecticut. Those organizations do such great work to enable women to break with those abusive homes. But remember that 75% of all men who commit domestic violence, 3/4, see or experience it in their own homes growing up. So there's a cycle here that we need to break, and that's the reason that these services are so very important. And in a way, the Ray Rice incident is the exception that proves the rule. The rule is that often the punishment is too lenient, and I called for tougher punishment right away. Fortunately, now it has been given to him. But also, the video that was so shocking and horrific, it really alarmed the nation, is also the exception. The rule is that usually there's no video. It occurs behind closed doors and in the dark, in the dead of night often, and that's why we need to raise awareness.
Absolutely. I want to switch gears for one quick second and talk about the governor's race this year. Seems to be getting a little nasty, all right, a lot nasty. What do you think of the negative turn things have taken recently?
I've always tried to emphasize the positive in my own campaigns and the record that I've had as Attorney General or now as United States Senator. But there's some good news today. The employment numbers are up. That will give Governor Malloy something positive to emphasize, as he should, and his bringing the economy around, his emphasizing the importance of transportation and education and veterans. I think there's a solid record, and I'm hoping that it will be more positive.
All right, Senator, thank you very much for everybody getting dressed at this hour of the day. Guys out there, you're wearing a tie today, make sure it's a purple one, okay?